At its core, this film is really about good friends, 5 true friends that have kind of, lived their lives and gone in different directions, and as we all do, and come back together in this crazy circumstance, but realize that they're their, I think, best version of themselves when they can see themselves reflected in their truest friends' kind of eyes. It's sort of like the importance of having a friend there to kind of remind you of the person that you actually are. I think so often we can kind of lose that in the circumstances of life and other people that we meet, and certainly I feel like my girlfriends always remind me of the things I like, the things I don't like, the person that I want to be, the person that they really see me as. It's like, that's the good stuff. That's what life is all about. And I think this movie is a celebration of that.
Totally. There's also something very beautiful about the ritual of a bachelorette party, as ugly and weird as they can get. It's like your wedding is maybe one of the top 3 most important times in your life, and the impulse to gather around you all of the people who've ever meant a lot to you is beautiful. And then put a little penis straw on your head. They go together. Somehow they are linked.
That's how you know who your friends are, people who are still around when things don't go well. It's easy to hang out and have drinks and dance around, but when something bad happens, and you see who sticks around and who's still there for you, that's what friendship is all about, right?
And I love how, the incident that occurs in the movie is obviously, the worst thing. Killing someone is the worst thing you could do, but it's almost like the extremes of what they go through in the bachelorette party in this whole movie is the catch-up they needed for 10 years worth of catching up. It's such a condensed, knowing the core of each of your friends, they kind of needed it.
Lucia wrote a lot of these characters based on people that she actually knows, or obviously that she's close friends with. So we had that kind of wealth, and then also I think there was just such a natural ease between all of us, and a certain understanding of the value of a best girlfriend or group of best girlfriends. It's kind of like a common knowledge between all of us. It's kind of like, Lucia could just use that shorthand of that situation where, X, Y, and Z happens, and you're like, yes, of course, I have that friend, or that happened to me, or blah, blah, blah. It's just, I think that it was just a kind of ease between all of us because we had this kind of shared common knowledge of what these kinds of deep friendships are.
And it's authenticity. She brings authenticity. Yeah. Not that men can't write for women and women can't write for men, but sometimes men shouldn't write for women because you watch a film or you read a script and you realize, this is someone that knows nothing about women writing for women. And so, when I read the script, it was so clear that this person knew what they were talking about in terms of developing female characters.
Paul and Lucia have a friend on whom that was based. She's an Australian woman, a bohemian princess. Boho Sprite is the description in the script. And I said, I'm not Australian. And they said, it's okay, just be it. And so I just went for it.